Hey, it's coming to you tonight. I got a few things that I want to touch on. Uh, this is not going to be some doom and gloom thing. I'm just telling you facts. Facts of what I know because this is what I do for a living. And, folks, this is about livestock. Everybody already knows about Tyson and what they've done. And it's not only them, it's many things. This week, a couple of people that we know, it's about 4 times as big as we'll ever be, has already been approached by major distributors for livestock because there is none. They're going to run out. You're going to see meat shelves if they don't start bringing more stuff in from Argentina that you're seeing in the stores and have been seeing for years in there. With the tariffs and all the things that are going on, if they can't up that there, we're going to see things here spiral down the toilet. I'm sitting here. I never write nothing down. But I wrote down a few points that I want to tell you about livestock, poultry, swine, anything. There's farmers all across the United States that are being contacted by big distributors here, by major stores that are trying to line up contracts for meat. But they don't want to pay nothing. All they want to charge, but they don't want to pay nothing. And folks, things that used to be, if you didn't lock your trailer, any cattle farmer that's watching this, when you went to the livestock, when you took livestock to the market, when you went to stockyards, and you had calves that were bottle feeding 3, 4, 5 years ago even, if you didn't lock your trailer on your truck or your whatever you had, you'd come back out and there might be 1, 2, or 3 bottle babies in your trailer. You couldn't get nothing for them. You couldn't even get, I seen them, I wouldn't even bring $10 for a calf that's 5, 6, 7, 8 days old. Nobody wanted to deal with that. They didn't bring nothing. People would just put them in your trailer. You didn't give them away or something, you'd be stuck with them. I've raised many of them. Somebody's going to give me something that I'm going to sell and make money off of them later on. I don't mind bottle feeding something if I have to. I'd take them. I've taken a bunch of calves. One year, I think it was 2023. I'm quite sure it was. 2023, I took in 22 bottle baby calves. I made me a thing up in the barn up here, just kind of like a manger, a rick. And I got me a bunch of bottles, and I went in, I just turned bottles up, calves come in, and started feeding twice a day. Then when they get up and start to where they eat some grass and stuff, it was less. But I made good money that year because I come up with 22 more head of cattle for free. For free, guys. Any guy on here or person that knows anything about this, you know that's a treat. Especially at this getting to be this time of year. When they're done up 300, 350 pounds. But now, I'm watching them sell for $1,200 to $1,500 depending. For a bottle baby calf that you would give away. So that goes to tell you what our economic times are in. For real. Not going to anything else but that. I don't know anything about the horses. I know that the horse sales this year at Keeneland did absolutely outstanding. But that's all people coming all over the world in here. Big money. Millions upon millions of dollars here when that's going on. So that's a business that this old boy could never afford to be in. But I sell to these people. I sell hay. Not this hay. The hay's on back here. And the hay's on top of these ridges over here. So, but folks, if you haven't been worried about hard times, I'm not telling you to worry yourself to death, because that's not going to do you any good. But be aware. That's what I'm telling you. Be aware of what's going on. Don't be stupid to it, because you'll find out and it'll be too late. But I can tell you this. When they start approaching local farmers, cattle farmers, or for anything, and they start trying to sit here and bid with you back and forth with something, large, multi-million, billion-dollar companies that are trying to throw quarters at you for something that they know is worth way more than that, they're in a dilemma. They're in a pickle, so to speak. But I'm going to tell you, many of the cattle farmers, they're only selling 50% of their calves this year. Never heard of it before. I've never heard of a farmer just selling 50% of what he had to sell. Ever. That's all I'm selling. Turn this profit over so I can start again next year, I guess. But folks, that's where it's going. And that means with corn, beans, anything. And I mean soybeans, not just beans or regular beans. I'm talking about corn, soybean industry. It's going to be a booming market this year because it's getting slim to none. And I'm going to tell you what, we're going to grind a lot of our corn and keep it that we feed to make our own mix. We're going to keep a lot of our beans to make some mixes out of with silage and things like that to feed. So things are going to be different this year. We're going to keep a lot of our livestock head, especially any females, heifers. We have different bulls. We don't have to worry about no inbreeding processes, and have a good healthy herd of cattle. But that's all you hear is, I know some people that's not going to sell hardly any until they see where this is going. Usually people start selling somewhere around November, December, especially January. Busy. That's a busy time to sell because people don't want to feed them all winter. But I'm gonna keep at least 50% of mine. I've got figured out pretty much to the one that I need to sell so I can be ready for next year. And next year is going to be harder. Financially, it's going to be tighter than it's ever been. I don't know how anybody can make it that has to pay for their property and equipment. I don't know how they're making it, because it is absolutely tough. Especially if you're renting ground or anything like that. It just keeps going up. But folks, be prepared at the stores. If you think beef is high now, if they start making deals with local farmers, and if they don't get these deals going through in Argentina and get the cattle in here that they need, they're going to have to buy some here, or they're going to hurt for money and business. These places are already hurting because the trash they're selling people. It's getting to the point people don't even trust them to buy anything. We have 2 local butchers. Anytime you go by there, man, they're slammed. People buying. This guy raises, both of them need raise all their own stock of everything. Butcher their meat, it gets it inspected, and they sell. And they're selling cheaper. There ain't no way somebody's coming down my driveway because they can't get in. But them hardly sound like this coming down my driveway. When you live out here, folks, you got to stay on your toes because you never know what's going on. Man, you don't know. The way this world is today, you better be watchful. But, folks, be prepared for these prices at these beef for beef. If you think $6 is bad for burger now, if we don't get a hold on, that's why President Trump is jumped on and trying to negotiate with beef. Telling you better negotiate with more than just beef, people. You need to be negotiating with everything. Because diesel, right now, they're talking about $7 diesel. If they do that, things will be so expensive in the store you would think that somebody's got a gun stuck to your head. If you think it's bad now, diesel goes to $7 a gallon, folks, we're screwed. He's already said he ain't apologizing for nothing for what he's done. You should be, because you lied to everyone. I supported you, but you lied to everyone when you said no war. We're going to drill, baby, drill. Gas going to be cheaper than it's ever been. People, you can hate on me if you want to, but them are straight out loud, just flat out lies. He knew what he was going to do. You can't tell me. You in there for a year and a half, not even that, a year, and then all of a sudden we're in where we are right now. And it's going to get worse than this. Hold on to your pants, folks. It's done got me mumbling other words, because we were sold one thing and led to another. Some of the things he's done, I absolutely agree with. Some of it, trash. Flat out trash. He don't have to worry about going. He's never been to a grocery store in his life or anywhere else, nor has any of his family. Think of it how you want to think of it. That's it for me. I ain't going to get any deeper in that, but folks, be careful and watch what you're getting, and be ready. Be ready to open them pockets up deeper, because if it goes to what I just said, all of us are going to be paying it, even me. That's why I'm keeping what I'm keeping, because I'm not getting rid of everything, because I might have to be putting these from me. You never know. Folks, take care. God bless you. Thanks for watching.